Hello friends, once again I would like to welcome everybody watching this video, and our today's topic of discussion is very significant topic, that is developmental goal. In this video we shall discuss various developmental goals like self-reliant, industrialization, modernization, social justice and poverty alleviation program. In addition to this, we shall also discuss regarding the planning commission, state and district planning board, bureaucracy and good governance. Friends, without wasting much time, let us discuss our first point, that is self reliance. It means self reliance is the self dependency. It means avoiding imports of good which could be produced in India. First, we should analyze, we should assess the availability things in India, and those which things are available in India, we shouldn't import those things from the foreign goods. Okay, so the main goal that help in promoting local economy, creating a job, creating business to ensure economic growth in India, that is the main theme, that the promotion of local economy is the main agenda of this self reliance. Friends, it is one of the goal of 5 year plan. You see, the self reliance here is the self dependency or not depending upon any other countries. The other name of self dependency, that is Atma Nirbhar Bharat. Okay, friends, why self reliance? What is the motto of being self reliance? The main thing, that is to prevent foreign interference. If we are exporting, if we are importing things from different countries, then we are under their economical control. So in order to be free from the economical control, we have to be self reliance, and that ultimately prevent the foreign interference in India. Second one, you see, the prevent dependence for food. If we are an independent country, if we are a sovereign country, then why to depend others for fulfilling our the expectancy of food, fulfilling our need of food. That's why we have to prevent the dependence of food for other countries. We have to produce, we have to store, we have to make available the things that are available within the India. And third one, that is promote local economy. Here promotion of local economy means the local markets, local people, small cottage industries, small and medium MSMEs sectors are to be promoted. That's why we are not, for small and small things, we shouldn't be dependent upon the other countries, shouldn't be dependent upon the foreign countries, but to take steps how to develop those things in India, how to develop those, how to supply those things to the doorsteps of the people of India. That is the promotion of a local economy. And fourth one, that is by use of this self reliance, we should reduce the unemployment, because in India the rate of unemployment is now becoming higher and higher. So in order to give them a proper employment, proper appointment and proper engagement, we have to make people of India that is self reliant. We should make a system on that way, that people of India shouldn't depend for a job, should not depend upon other for getting a job, rather they should have the capability to provide jobs for hundreds of persons. Those are in charge of that. That is the main theme of self reliance. Friends, then come to our second topic, that is industrialization. Industrialization is nothing but a process by which an economy is transformed from a primary agricultural to the manufacturing goods. Primarily in India, what happened, our economy was purely agricultural economy or agro based economy, but in course of time, slowly we have shifted our economy into the industrial economy, because without industry, without the manufacturing, without the production, our people will not get the sufficient things that are needed for them. So friends, here industrialization means production of the things which are basically needed for the people. And here industrialization, it's the shifting from the agro based economy to the production based economy. Friends, here some of the example you see, in the industrialization, that is one is manufacturing. Okay, the main thing is manufacturing, main thing is the production of things, main basic example of industrialization. Okay, if we call a society an industrial societies, then that should have manufacturer companies, manufacturer industries, so that they will feel the expectancy of the persons in the society. Second thing, that is mining. It is very much essential to have the mining in in everywhere, because in mining we should get much of the things, because India is full of resources, natural resources. So we have to use that natural resources by means of the mines. So this is also one of the major points of industrialization. Then third point, that is transportation. If everything we have and don't have the transportation, then the system will fail. So transportation, by the roadways, by airways, by waterways, in every ways we have to make a system of transportation. That will be the motto of our industrialization. Friends, that is retailing. You next point you see, that is retailing. Retailing means the uh, uh, retailing means production of the things and to make it available to the doorstep of the persons by a retail way of system. So where the persons of vending zones, person of vendors will be there, who will supply these things to the small mercantiles, and small shopkeepers will provide it to the persons. In that way, a retailing process will be there, and that will ultimately support our industrialization system, because everyone is not going to the town, everyone is not going to the big market, everyone is not going to the wholesale shopkeeper. Persons, those who are in the village level, those who are in the grassroots level, they will depend upon their local shops. So in that way, we shall make it available through the retailers to make that people avail all these things. Okay, the next you point of the industrialization, that is the storage and market, because much of the things are there which are not ready to be preserved in a small things, in a general way. So in order to store it for a long term of time, we have to make such a storage system, we have to make the easily available market system, we have to make easily accessible transportation system. Then only that thing will be transported, things will be communicated to the near located area, near located market, and then only that will be available for the people, public. And last one, that is foreign direct investment, because in India investors are too less. So in order to make India a growing economy, a growing industrialized country, we have to allow, we have to make access, we have to permit the investors from foreign, they will invest in India, they will invest for the India, and ultimately the things will be used for the benefit of the people of India. This is all about the industrialization. Now come to modernization. Modernization is a very broad term. Here modernization, in sociology we see modernization is the transformation of the society from a agrarian society to a secular, urban and industrialized society. Modernization is a broad concept under which various steps of modernization are there. One of the step is the industrialization. So the scope of industrialization is very small, the scope of modernization is very vast. So this industrialization is coming under the scope of modernization. Friends, one thing you must note here, that modernization or modern society is a industrial society. To modernize is a society, that is to in order to make a society modernized, we have first to make it industrialized. Friends, here one very important point to note, that modernization is not westernization. Modernization is not westernizations. Okay, so here modernizations mean the various Indian values to be promoted, that is modernization. Secular, urban, industrial society, what is our strength, that development of that indigenous strength is modernization. Okay, and here one very significant point you will see, by using of this comprehensive modernization, a comprehensive transformation will be there, and that will ultimately help for the development of the nation. So modernization is a continuous and open-ended process. Here we cannot say from where it has been started and what is the end of the modernization, because it is a continuous and open-ended process. Every day, every night and every moment of time, we are modernizing. Okay, then characteristic of modernized society. If a society, to which society we shall call a modernized society, there are 4 points of a modernized society. First point, that is intellectual characteristics. Intellectual characteristics, what are those? That is the science and technology to be developed. First thing, that is science and developed science and technology will be the character of the modernized society. Second, then reason and rationality we should have. Reason and humanity we should have. Belief in progress and human development. Okay, we should have to believe the human strength, we should have to believe the human potentiality, we should have to believe the human ability, and make sure that human progress and human development is being there. Then control over environment and evidence of superstition or orthodoxy. Environment is very much important because all the persons are dependent of the environment. Without environment we cannot survive. So here we have to make such arrangement, we have to make such mechanism in which we should protect our environment, our so far as the pollution, so far as the there may be air pollution, maybe water pollution, maybe soil pollution, maybe soil erosion, maybe greenhouse effect, maybe ozone layer depletion, everything, biodiversity, ecosystem, everything to be protected, everything to be maintained. Okay, and then only we shall have a modernized society. Okay, then the evidence of superstition, there should be no superstition, there should be no such blind beliefs, and we should have to avoid the orthodoxy system of the society. This is the intellectual field of the modernized society. Then come to the political. What are the political characteristics? Political characteristics refers to the state and political matters. We should have to develop awareness regarding the management, regarding the mechanism, regarding the participation, regarding the enjoyment of these state and political matters, and rise up secular democratic polity. We have to make such arrangement for the secular democratic polity. Polity shouldn't be the corrupt polity should not be the power politics, but that should be a secular and democratic politics. Now what we are facing today in the political system, we are seeing that corruptions, that wrong things are going day by day, growing day by day, that are not the symbols of, not the characteristics of the modernized society. So in order to be modernized, we have to make our political system a very secular, a very democratic one. Friends, universal allowance suffrage to be enjoyed in a very dramatic way, very systematic way, very structured way. So universal allowance suffrage, everyone should have the awareness of their rights of vote, and democratic values should be there. This is one is the political area. Then come to the third point here, the religious characteristics of a modernized society, that to be secularized society, free from the religious orthodoxy. We shouldn't feel that we are upper and other are lower than our religion. No, not like that. Even we should feel that all religion are of the same capabilities. Just we persons, we humans have divided the society into various religions. God has never described such things. God has never made such discrimination in the man. Okay, so we should feel that all religions have their own identity, and we should respect them. Okay, that will be the ultimate you see the characteristics of modernized society. The last one, that is social characteristics. It includes a good socio-economic status, a good social value, a good social justice. Okay, now decline of joint family system, that to be promoted, and alienate kinship ties, that to be promoted. We should avoid the social discrimination, we should avoid the social injustice. Then only we shall have the right to call our society as a modernized society. Okay, friends, broadly speaking, there are some of the salient features of the modernized society, like scientific temper to be developed, reason and rationalism to be developed, secularization to be developed, high aspirations of the persons, everyone should do his or her maximum best. That will be the characteristic features of the modernization. Then total change in attitude, norms and values, developed economy, broader national interest, democratization, and you see an open society when everyone has the right, everyone has the responsibility, everyone has the duty for the nation. That will be the open society. There will be no restrictions on any good thing. Then challenging personality, and finally the dynamics leadership should be there. Okay, these all will be the modernized society's salient features. Okay, friends, there are some steps also in order to develop modernization. Steps like, first of all, we have to adapt to the scientific knowledge. We have to made belief on the technical know-how of the industry. Okay, agriculture more productive. We cannot deny in the light of the industrialization, we cannot deny the role of the agriculture. So in the line by line, side by side, both agriculture and the industry will go hand in hand. Then only the modernization will be possible. Then secularization should be there. Then increased social mobility will help the modernization. Spread of scientific technical education will help the modernization. The higher standard of living will help the modernization. Then high degree of urbanization will develop the modernization, and high level of literacy, growing per capita income, developed and widespread of mass media, better health and hygiene, unemployment reduction, eradication of poverty, then broader look to fight our superstition, blind belief. These all are the some of the steps for modernization or modernized society. Okay, then our next point, that is social justice. Friends, as I have discussed with you in my last various videos, that social justice is doing something more for the persons who are being oppressed, who are being marginalized, who are being the persons of the grassroots, who are in the boundary level persons, who are in the grassroots level persons, who are in the level of the oppressed, those persons to be treated very special manner. So in order to make equity along with the equality, we have to make some social justice measures, like we have to make some special provisions for the women, for the STs, for the SCs, those who are being marginalized for a long thousands year. So in the light of the welfare state, we have to make some special discrimination, we have to make some protective discrimination, we have to make some liberal discrimination for those peoples who are suffering from thousands years, suffering from the hundreds of the years due to the social orthodoxy. Okay, that is nothing but the social justice. Here social justice includes political justice and also economic justice. Okay friends, then come to the poverty alleviation. First thing, what is poverty? Poverty is a system, poverty is a situation when some people are not able to fill their regular basic needs. When a group of people fail to recover their, fail to fill their what they need in a daily life, then those persons will be called as the persons with below poverty line. So poverty alleviation are some set of the steps. Poverty alleviation are some of the steps taken by the government in an economic and humanitarian way for eradicating the poverty from a country. In the language of the World Bank, if we analyze the persons of the whole country, then there is a boundary of this poverty, like that is $1.90 per day. 1.90 in India, if you are speaking, then about 150 rupees per day. If a person is not earning 150 rupees per day, if a person is not able to spend 150 rupees per day for a period of 365 days, then that person will come under the person with below poverty line. So below poverty line can be an economic benchmark used in identification of economically weaker people and households. So here the BPL is set by the government of India based on a threshold income. The threshold or the individual having an income below the threshold value are the considered to be the below poverty line. Here friends, every human being has some wants, has some needs. So in order to fulfill these wants, these needs, he has to spend some money. Okay, and if that person is not able to spend such amount of money per day, then that person will come under the category of BPL. Okay, then what are the alleviation programs? There are various kinds of 5-year plans. Okay, in 1951 we have the first 5-year plan that promoted the agriculture. In second 5-year plan 56 to 61, third 5-year plan 61-66, fourth 5-year plan 66-74, then fifth 5-year plan 74-79, then 80 to 85, sixth 5-year plan 85 to 90, seventh 5-year plan 92 to 97, eighth 5-year plan, and like that various 5-year plans we have in order to prevent or in order to alleviate the poverty from India. Okay, in apart from that, in addition to that, there are some other schemes also which are in the actions which are also applied in order to make the poverty alleviation in India. Okay, what are those? Like here you see various programs like okay, I think it is visible to all the learners, like integrated rural development program IRDP in the year 1978, by the Ministry of Rural Development. Then you see the Pradhan Mantri Gramin Awas Yojana 85. Okay, then you see friends Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pensions, that is 1995. Then National Family Benefit Scheme, that is NFBS 1995. Jawahar Gram Samriddhi Yojana 1999. Okay, I suggest everybody to be very careful for these years and the name of these schemes. Then come to the Annapurna 1999, Food for Work program, that is 2000s, Sampurna Gramin Yojgar Yojana, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, that is MG Narega. Okay, Manarega 2005. You see National Food Security Mission 2007, National Rural Livelihood Mission 2011, National Urban Livelihood Mission 2013. Okay, Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Bima Yojana 2015. You see the Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana 2015, National Maternity Benefit Scheme 2016, Pradhan Mantri Ujjala Yojana, that is 2016. So these are various steps for the alleviation of the poverty from Indian context. Then friends, come to our next important topic, that is Planning Commission. Planning Commission, just after independence in the year 1947, and the implementation of our constitution, that is in the year 1950. So what happens, just after the implementation of our constitution, just 2-3 months, that is 15th of March 1950, Prime Minister of India Jawaharlal Nehru, then Prime Minister of India Jawaharlal Nehru, he created a system of planning commission. Okay, and that is not the part of the Constitution of India, but it was the arm of the central government. It was the provision of central government that there should be a planning commission for India, that was first established in the year 1950, March 15. And here if the composition, if we analyze, here we see the Prime Minister is the ex officio chairman of the planning commission. In whichever year, in whichever area the new Prime Minister will come, ultimately he will be the person, he will be the chairperson of that council, or that the commission, that is planning commission. And in addition to the Prime Minister, the committee had nominated deputy chairman with the rank of full cabinet ministers. Okay, also the portfolio cabinet ministers are also members of the commission. Okay, and also the full-time members were also experts in various fields like economic expert, industry expert, science expert, general administration experts. They all are also invited, nominated in order to participate in the planning commission. Friends, here ex officio members of the planning commission, like finance minister will the ex officio member, agriculture minister, home minister, health minister, chemical and fertilizer minister, information technology minister, law minister, human resource development minister, minister of state or for planning, these all minister will be the ex officio member of the planning commission. So the commission worked through its various divisions of their, which are two kinds, because in the planning commission we have two kinds of divisions, two dimensions or two division. One is the general planning division, another one that is the program administration division. First one general planning division, second one program administration divisions. Question will come like, how many divisions are there? That is two divisions, one is this one. Okay, question will may come like that, which of the following is not a division of planning commission? Okay, out of these two, other two may be there, and students has to decide odd one out. Then function of the planning commission, what are the functions? First thing, that is to analyze what are our resource, that is to analyze what are our strength, then to decide what are the wants. Okay, so first thing is what we have, second thing what we want. That is the function of the planning commission. So here, to make an assessment in the material, capital, human resource of India, what happened now, including technical and personal, and investigate the possibilities of augmenting these related to the resource which are found to be deficient in relation to the national requirements. So the main work of the planning commission is to decide the requirements of the country, decide the wants of the country, and then analyze the what we have, what the resource we are in our hand, and then we will decide what can be done and under which schemes the money to be transferred, money to be procured for various schemes. Okay, other work you see here, like to define the stages and basis of priority, because we have thousands of problems, but which problems to be sorted out first, that is to be decided by the planning commission. To indicate the factor that tend to related economic development, yes, economic development area by which means that can be developed, that is to be decided by the planning commission to determine the conditions which need to be established for the successful execution of the plan within the incumbent politico social situation of the country. That is very much important. So that planning commission will decide, planning commission will work for the establish successful execution, because in past years, some of the planning, some of the executions will be there, maybe there, and that is to be developed, that is to be analyzed, and how far the programs was successful to be analyzed by the planning commission, and then and there ultimately the next planning will follow accordingly. Okay, to determine nature and the machinery, to determine the nature and machinery required for the securing successful implement, to appraise from time to time progress, to reduce, to you see, to analyze the progress of the country and the demand of the country, various issues like economic condition, current policies, okay, specific problems to be analyzed by the planning commission and make such necessary arrangements. Then one more thing that is a related body of planning commission, that is NDC. NDC is Rashtriya Vikas Parishad or National Development Council, NDC. Okay, and here what happens, it has been established in the year 1952, 6th of August 1952 it has been developed, it has been established, because we know that the first 5-year plan came in the year 1951, and under the first 5-year plan the committee, the council has been established, that is National Development Council. Okay, and that council, it will headed by the Prime Minister and Union Cabinet Ministers and Chief Ministers of all the states. Chief Minister of all the states. Question may like come, which of the following is not a member of National Development Council of India? So you should be very conscious that who are the persons or who are the member. Member is the Prime Minister, Union Cabinet Ministers, and Chief Minister of all the states, representatives of UTs, okay, and the Niti Aayog, Israel Planning Commission. Okay, I should told you that now the planning commission has been renamed as Niti Aayog. The mechanism is same, the work condition is same, the thing is same, but the name has been changed, that is now Niti Aayog. Okay, so Niti Aayog members will also the member of the National Development Council, NDC. Okay, it has been established in the year 1952 and 71 years ago. Okay friends, these are some of the basic things of NDC. You see Narendra Modi, this is the picture here, the Prime Minister of India headed by other members in 2010, you can see in the picture. Okay, so in this way it is a part of our planning commission. Okay, both have planning commission and both this National Development Council responsibility for effective planning and implementing of various schemes in India for development of goals. Okay, then come to the state planning boards. State planning boards, like in center there is a planning board in the state also, because we have a federation. So in for center there is a separate federal board, there is a separate planning board. In our state we have separate planning board, and here who are the members? Chief ministers and ministers in charge about various departments are the persons, are the member of this planning board, that is a state planning board, and it will decide the various issues of the state, like various issues of the state, various programs of the state, various requirements of the state, and accordingly that will formulate policies and the planning to be implemented on the goal. Okay, so there are various units we have in the state planning board, like the perspective planning unit, monitoring plan unit, then project appraisal unit, regional district planning unit, plan coordination unit, manpower and employment unit. These are some of the units we have in our hand for the state planning board. Now come to the district planning board. District planning board, what happens, because we have 3-tier government. In federalism we have 3-tier government. Panchayat Raj system we have also a separate government in the district level, Jilla Parishad, Panchayat Raj we have. So here the government shall constitute in every district that a district planning committee, okay, and headed by the Jilla Parishad, Gram Panchayat, Nagar Panchayats, municipal councils, municipal corporation. So the main thing is the your Panchayati Raj system will act as the district planning committee. Acha, who are the persons? The district planning committee consists of member of House of the People who represent the whole part of the district, I mean the MPs. then the MLAs of concerned constituencies, then the Jilla Parishad Adhyaksha, then mayor or the president of municipal corporation, then the persons from the district cooperatives banks, district cooperative banks, then chief executive officer of the chief executive officer CEO will be the secretary of the committee, means the CEO of the Jilla Parishad will act as the secretary of the district planning committee. Okay, and then the deputy commissioner of the district will be the chairman of the DPC, that is district planning committee. Okay, and what will be its work? Okay, to analyze the interest of Jilla Parishad, Gram Panchayat, Nagar Panchayat, municipal corporation, municipal council, district, including, and what are the issues? Okay, that we analyze, like resource available, financial maybe, or structural maybe, or infrastructural maybe, in order to analyze the requirements of the localities, and then consult such institutions or organizations as the government may order specifically, and the chairman of every district planning committee shall forward the development plan as recommended such committee to the government. So in this way, district level committee will develop the plan and send to the state level committee develop and plan and send to the country, and in this way a complete mechanism will work, okay, in India. Okay, so this is regarding the district planning committee. Now come to the very significant point, that is bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is not a new term, it has been implemented even in the time of the Britishers. So bureaucracy is a body of non-elected, because these persons are very much non-elected and they come to the system by means of open examination, civil service examination. Okay, so today bureaucracy is the administrative system governing. Okay, today what we see, bureaucracy. Okay, sorry for the interference here. Yes, friends, so we are talking about the bureaucracy, and here bureaucracy is nothing but a body of persons, competent body of officers that will work for the locality, work in the grassroots level, serve in the grassroots level. And so far as its meaning is concerned, it has been borrowed from a French word, that is bureau, which means a desk or a office. Okay, so it means that a powerful officer will be there in the ground level, and he or she will implement all the government programs, all the government policies that came from the center or the state. Okay, so it has first originated in the 18th century by the Britishers in India, bureaucracy. Okay, then come to the advantages, why we should employ the bureaucracy. The main thing why to implement, okay, the Max Weber was the father of this system. Max Weber was the father of this system. Weber has very okay, has rightly said that there should be a system of power, and that power to be enjoyed not only by the elected representatives but also by the officers. Okay, so here why to employ bureaucracy? Why to employ bureaucracy? Because first thing is the efficiency, because if as they are coming by a open ended examination competition in all India level, they have more efficiency, so competence to grow. That's why we have to employ such bureaucratic persons, because they have the responsibility and compliance, they have the efficiency, they have the responsibility to make people work. Then decision making, they can decide very efficiently for the nation, for the development of their people. Then rules and regulations, because various rules and regulations are being made from time to time, so that bureaucratic person will be very much efficient in order to make it habituable, make it effectively workable in the grassroots level. Friends, years of management, because India is such a vast country that it will be very difficult to manage it by a single person. That's why in various areas, in various persons, various grassroots level, we have made various bureaucratic persons that they will effectively implement such schemes made by the center or the state. Okay, then come to, friends, good governance. First, the no meaning of the governance. Governance is not same with the government. Governance is the process of decision making, or the process by which decisions are being made or implemented. So governance can be used in several contexts such as corporate government governance, international governance, national governance, local governance. So governance is the system. Governance is a very big term under which the government is coming. So government is only one single actor in the governance, because the term of governance is very much wider, because in governance various non government organizations are also coming, various persons, various enterprises are also coming, various businessmen, various corporations are also coming under the governance. So governance is the entire administration process, that is governance. Out of that, government is one of the body. Okay, characteristics of good governance. Good governance, in order to maintain a good governance system, what are the things to be kept into consideration? First thing, that is good governance has 8 major characteristics. One is participatory. People should participate in the system. Consensus oriented to be there. Accountable government to be there. Transparent government to be there. Responsive government to be there. Responsive means every person's needs to be responded. Effective and efficient government to be there. Then equitable and inclusive government to be there. Follows rule, okay, rule of law to be there, and assure that corruption to be minimized, corruption to be rooted out. Okay, then and there only we shall have a good governance. Okay, so friends, this is the end of this video. In this video we have analyzed various important topic, various important concept of developmental goal, like self-reliant, industrialization, modernization, social justice, poverty alleviation program. Also we have discussed regarding the planning commission. Under we said we saw the state planning board and district planning board, and along with that, on the next part of next consequencing, we looked into the bureaucracy and good governance of the country. Friends, I hope all are enjoying the video, all are very much benefiting for this out of this video. I wish all the best. I wish you best good of luck, and see you soon in my next video. Thank you very much. God bless you all.